Hey guys, I'm Phoebe and I'm a poet. Recently, I took part in this amazing opportunity run by Suffolk Community Libraries and the National Centre for Writing. This was a week-long residency that me and 5 other emerging poets had the opportunity to develop our craft. During this residency, I felt very supported, and one of the poems that I performed on the Friday was about my journey with finding my birth family. And I wrote a poem with the perspective of what it would be like if I sat down and had a conversation with my birth mother. And so what I got with that was I got my adoptive mum to record my poem in Cantonese, and with the help of a producer at the library, I really wanted to incorporate sound, which I felt intimidated with but always wanted to experiment with. And they really helped me with showing me the equipment that the library offered and how I may overlay audio clips. And now I feel a lot more confident and ready to experiment with sound in the future. Me and the 5 other poets have now formed a bit of a collective, named after the residency, UNBOUND. And this June, we were invited by Suffolk Community Libraries to facilitate some writing workshops at First Light Festival in Lowestoft. Keep an eye out for more news from us as a collective, because we currently have an open mic in the works held at Ipswich Library. So, calling to all poets, all emerging poets, or any people that don't feel like they know where to go for these sort of things, or they want to develop their craft more, or they just want to find a community, come along. The residency took. Okay, hold on. During this residency, we've formed a close bond and a connection and you can also come along and catch us at the Poetry in Aldborough Festival.
Ready?
Okay. As a poet, I write on themes of heritage and identity and nature, which is why we're here today by one of my favourite places, the river in Woodbridge, where I grew up. It's my second home, and as someone who writes on identity, it was mostly prevalent, having just done this massive voyage back to my place of birth in China. This poem is about my first home, which I spent my first 13 months in, which was an orphanage in China. We're actually close to my second home, which was a Dutch barge, just by the quay. This one is called Green Tinted Windows, and it's kind of about the idea of returning back to your first home and grappling with the feelings of different identities with the person you were then and the person you could have been if you grew up there. I'm exploring what it feels like to return to a building with the green tinted windows after 20 or so years and remember everything, slow and grainy like waking from a dream. I'm thinking of the little yellow girl inside my brittle rib cage and how each one of my ribs are breaking so she can break free. Grow up instead of burrow down, because it's her that's really returning. It's her that's really remembering, not me. This building on this quiet dirt track road, with the dust and the jackfruit and the old boys' rec room, hasn't changed much since the little yellow girl was last here, or so I've been told. And with my fingers rested through the gaps in the gate, the man in black slacks and blue shirt, sweating, shakes his head. He's not familiar with me in her place, but I'm still attempting to take it all in and swallow down that sticky lump in my throat, because she is recognizing something about the way the mango trees sway in the strange breeze I feel on my face, and the little yard of sunlight that she took her first steps in, where some old deer will take her last. I guess this isn't a place for infants anymore. Shadows of my yellow girl's beginnings, and imprints of that woman's ending, generations lost to this concrete. It's smaller, the orphanage, than I thought, or at least the children's ward facing me, facing north. But I am now older, taller, whiter, but no wiser, and I wonder if the walls remember every baby girl passing through, with the same surname, Lynn. and if they've recognized who they've become, if they made it back. Because we all shared a surname once. Lynn, like forest, like the silver birches back home, or the Scots pines red in the sun. Red, like getting lost on the mangrove walk in Danby. There's so many parallels between here and home. Maybe that's why the lump in my throat is growing, as I watch the red lanterns dance amongst the leaves, and why it's finally time to let the little yellow girl become me.